I was doing my final school exams, my GCSEs, earlier this summer, and of course, my parents wanted me to study for them so I'd get good grades, but I hated school. And so I just didn't. Because of course my parents, they wanted me to study hard so that I'd get like good grades in my GCSEs so that I could get into like a good sixth form, which is like the last 2 years of school in the UK. And so that after that I could maybe get some good job, or just so I had these qualifications to be safe, you know. They wanted me to like get good grades, continue on my education, you know, just as normal parents would. But I hated school, and I pretty much always have, at least secondary school I have, and I had no friends at school. I didn't enjoy any of the topics, any of the subjects. I hated just sitting in the classroom and just being taught to memorize and learn shit. And overall, I always have just fucking hated school. And often I've actually just felt like it's been a complete and utter waste of my time, because I am so passionate about doing my YouTube videos, about pursuing my business and scaling my business and doing my filmmaking and pursuing my own passions and actually following my own dreams, what I actually want to do. I really, really love like doing my own thing. But then I've got to go to school and I've got to go learn about some random fucking chemistry shit what I don't care about. And so naturally, because every morning I would wake up early to grind on my YouTube, to grind on my coaching business, I'll just carry on working. Like I was supposed to leave for school at like 8:30 or whatever so I could ride my bike and get there. But I would just carry on working because I had more work to do on my YouTube and I really, really love doing my work. And so I would just carry on working and it'd be like, oh shit, it's 8:45, school started 5 minutes ago. I'm still at my desk working, haven't even like got in the shower, haven't even got ready yet. Of course, my parents wouldn't be happy with that. My parents would already be like, get to school on time and like do this extra studying, like do these past papers and shit. And naturally, it wasn't even my conscious decision. Naturally, I just wouldn't. Because I'd wake up early at like 5 AM, I'd start working on my business. And before I knew it, it'd be like 9 AM and school started like 20 minutes ago. And it's just like, I naturally just didn't get to school on time because I loved working so much. The same as the studying, it's like they gave me this big block of like past papers that I needed to do like by the next week or whatever. And I just naturally wouldn't get them done because I'll be spending all my time on YouTube and business. And of course, my mum and dad, they of course pressured me to get to school on time. Like they threatened to like take away my computer. Like my dad threatened to take away my computer and stuff. It's like they were always like pressuring me to study and everything like this. And not even by conscious decision, just naturally, I didn't do it. I was actually thinking in my head often like, shit, I've really got to like start getting to school on early. Shit, I've actually got to start studying or else my like dad's gonna fucking take away my computer. And if he does that, then I can't like do any work for my business. And so I actually like consciously started trying to make myself go to school earlier, but still, I couldn't, okay, just because I absolutely loved working in the mornings, just because I loved like working for my business and YouTube, I just couldn't. And actually, this eventually led to something incredibly great happening, but we'll get onto that in a second. But just imagine, younger me, I mean, this was only months ago actually. I've only been dropped out for a few months. This is September right now, and I basically finished my year 11, like my final year of like school, if that makes sense. And I just finished that. And in the UK, you're supposed to do like another 2 years until like you're 18, because I'm 16 right now. You're supposed to do another 2 years in like college or like another 2 years of school or some shit like that. And for these final 2 years, it's like you can stay at your own school, or you can go to another school, or you can go to a college or some shit like that, or you can start working a job. And actually, this problem ended up leading to something absolutely great for me, but we'll get onto that in a second. But I just want you to really understand the situation that I was in. And you are probably also in a very similar situation to what I was in. I was 16. I had this fairly successful online coaching business, and I was really enjoying doing my YouTube and doing my filmmaking with that too. And it was going well. I was making a decent amount of money from it. And it was like, I saw my future set up with me. Okay, I'm gonna scale up my business, get a bit more money coming in, and I'm gonna go traveling around the world and meet up with my online friends in real life and everything, and live a really sick like digital nomad style life. But then I had school pressuring me. I had my parents pressuring me to go to school, and you have to like realize that I'd wake up 5 AM, sometimes even 3:30 AM, and I'd just work and I'd work and I'd work and I'd really love it. And then it'd be like 8:40 and, oh Samuel, you've got to go to school now. I'd be like, oh shit, okay. So I get the little like nice little dog collar on, you know, how we have to wear our little collar, get in the uniform and everything like a good little boy, ride my bike to school, almost get hit by cars. Actually got hit by a car actually near the end of it, because fucking commuting is dangerous as fuck. And then it's like, I usually get into school and I have to walk into the fucking like first like tutor, like mentor thing we have in the morning. It's like home group you have in the US. It's like, we'll basically walk into that. Like I'm late. I don't really fucking care about like being the last one or being late or whatever, because like I already get taken the piss out of anyway by a lot of people anyway. because obviously I do YouTube and that's like weird and different. And so I walk in and I just sort of have to pull out my phone like under the table so the fucking teacher can't see me, because you're not allowed to go on your phone and say you're supposed to just sit there and read or do some studying or some shit. And I carry on trying to get some like basic like light work done on my business, and it's like you got to go to the next class, which is an hour, then the next class, which is another hour, then there's 30 minutes of break time where I literally just sit in the library and just carry on working, and then I've got like another 2 hours of classes, and then you've got another 30-minute lunchtime, and then there's another hour of classes. And all through it, I've literally speaking to no one because I've got no friends there. Like the last one friend I had there, I cut him off because like he basically quit self-improvement, started like basically going back to like the other guys, like going back to vaping and drinking with all of them and that shit. And I'm just forced to like be a good little boy under all this like given authority. It's like the teachers and people like that in school, they have authority over you, obviously, but that's not because like they're a good leader or because they're a good teacher or any of that. It's just because they've got the job. Like you don't understand. Like it's so fucking crazy how like teachers and people like that, it's like the people who are literally like raising our children, our kids, it's like they could be like drunks, okay, they could be like alcoholists, well, I can't remember the name for it. They literally could have been like previous drug addicts and like you wouldn't know, and then they're fucking raising our like younger generation. And it was just class after class after class, like basically being forced to memorize shit which I just have absolutely no care for. I've got my future set up. Okay, maybe for other kids it's like they don't really know what they're doing with their life. Sure, school is good for them. I know what I'm doing with my life. I know what I want to do. You're probably the same. You're probably like you probably want to drop out and go all in on your business. Okay, it's kind of a little bit risky, sure, but it's also risky trying to get some good, well-paying job because like everyone goes down that path. And so it's like I know what I want to be doing, but then I'm forced to just fucking go to school as like a backup option that takes 7 hours out of my day and makes life like just horrible. Just being bossed around by like, I'm being serious, okay? There were multiple teachers in my school, okay, where they would literally like impose their like, and they were all like lefties, all imposing their political opinions on us. I remember when Trump got elected, there was this one fucking teacher who was just fucking spouting propaganda, like he wasn't even teaching the lesson. He just was there for an hour spouting propaganda at us about Trump and the fucking, I think he might have mentioned 9/11 that shit, okay. Literally spouting fucking propaganda and conspiracy theories at us, telling us that this shit is real, okay. It's like there's a whole rule that teachers aren't supposed to impose their political opinions. It fucking happens so crazy much. And from what I've heard, like many teachers actually are like alcoholics and shit, and it's like there's these fucking teachers, okay, and there's no hate to them, okay, because like they're just normal people getting on with their lives. I'm just basically having a go at the system here for putting these people in charge of raising our kids, of raising our youth, of raising our future. They could be alcoholics, okay, they could like not have their life in order whatsoever, okay, and then they're being given the authority to like raise our young ones. It's just crazy to me. And so it's just class after class after class. I'm trying to hide my phone, get as much work as I can do during school. It's like at break times I literally just like sit alone eating my lunch, and it's like it's not like I got used to like being alone. Like I wasn't like, oh, people think I'm lonely, because everybody knew about what I was doing, and so like I wasn't scared of it. Like everyone saw my YouTube videos, like everyone knew I was doing YouTube anyway. So it's like I wasn't like scared of being alone or whatever. But it's just kind of sad that it's like everyone else there, like all the other boys and shit, like they've all got friends and shit, like it's they're having fun like in their social circles, and then here I am alone. Like calling my friend Vincent, who's in like Florida, who also does like YouTube and shit, calling him at like lunchtime on a fucking video call, trying to hide my phone, okay, just to feel like I had some social connection. And it's like I remember in my maths class, it was like I was sit like right in the middle, like all the other like sort of boys in the maths class. It's like I was sat like right in the middle of a load of them, and it's like they'd all be like fucking do the Spotify thing where they like link up their Spotify accounts and like listen to the same music and shit. And it's like they're all having a good time, all being social. I'm sitting right in the middle, just trying to get some random bullshit maths. I mean, to be fair, maths can be, I'm quite interested in maths and shit, but the way we were fucking forced to learn it, I just hated it. I just do sum after sum after sum after sum. It was just like you're just being forced to do work that you don't want to do. It's like I already know how to do fucking whatever the fuck I know, like Pythagoras theorem or 3D Pythagoras, whatever. I already know how to do that shit. I already know circle theorems. Why do I have to do it 10 times? And then sitting in the middle of all of them, like jamming out to their Spotify music and shit, and I can hear it through their earphones and everything. And I'm just sitting in the middle of them, and they're all laughing and having fun. And I don't know why I'm even smiling at saying this, because it's fucking horrible, man. Like being surrounded by everyone who's like having fun, and then like I just can't be with them, if that makes sense. Like I don't get on with those people. It's not like, oh, it's not like I couldn't be friends with them, if that makes sense. Because if I wanted to, I could have just quit my YouTube and like built up the social connections again. But it's like they're fucking talking about going out drinking and shit, okay. I'm sure plenty of them got vape and all that shit, okay. I've had fucking taking weed, okay, at like 13, 14. I've heard stories about that shit, okay. that's not that uncommon in the UK, or at least like from my perspective, or from what I've seen. And so like they have like no drive, mission in life like I do. And again, there's no hate to them, or anything like that. Okay, that's just, I guess, how the UK is right now. But it's like, I'm completely different to them. I had this mission. I know what I want to do with my future. I'm different to them. I've got my friends online who I resonate with. Well, I mean, I fucking love calling Vincent. I met with Vincent and all the rest of them in Lisbon this summer. It was fucking epic. Like, actually having friends in real life, it is really, really epic. And I know what I'm doing with my life, but then being forced to go to school, surrounded by people who, not that I hate, but who I've got nothing alike with, and me being like the social outcast, me being the one loner, okay, being forced to learn some random shit I don't want to, just having that fucking forced authority put onto me where I have no, I mean, to be fair, like some of the teachers, like my maths teacher, I respect him, okay, fair enough. Shout out to Mr. Harmon. But some of the teachers, man, some of the fucking teachers putting their political propaganda on us, not even fucking teaching the shit they're supposed to be teaching, okay? It is absolutely wild what goes on in UK schools. And also something else with school that kind of fucks with me for a little bit, and I haven't said this like publicly, I haven't told anyone this, but obviously just being in school, it's like there'll be girls and shit around me, and so it's like, yeah, I'll start getting a thing for like one girl, and so then it's like I'll text her, or I'll get a number, or I'll text her, and this happened a few times actually, and I'll just like start messaging her, and like I wouldn't want to like take it further, if that makes sense. Like I would just like keep myself in that messaging phase, because like I didn't actually like her enough to the point where it's like I'd want to date her and be going out with her, but at the same time it's just like naturally I just wanted to like speak to girls and shit like that, and so it just fucked me up with this like weird limbo stage where it's like and it messes with my work a lot as well, because it's like I wouldn't be able to think about like working. I'd just be able to sort of not just think about one girl, but it's just like I think about girls and shit like that instead, because I was talking to these girls. Because it was like naturally I was obviously attracted to them, but then it's also consciously it's like I don't want to actually date them because they're not of like that type, if that makes sense. Like my sort of mindset with it is kind of like not extreme traditional, but it's like I don't want to just fuck around, like go out with a loads of girls and shit. Like my goal is literally just to find that like one good girl. If that probably won't end up happening, like the first girl like you end up dating or anything, but that's sort of my goal with it, just to find like that future wife type girl. And so I wouldn't want to be just like going out with like random girls or whatever just because I was like attracted to them. And so it just kind of like fucked with my brain a lot, and just the constant odor of that like fucking incredibly strong like chemical perfume and shit coming off all the girls, and it's just like it's just fucking horrible, you know, just being in that place. Like, I'm so glad I dropped out. And actually, that is exactly what I want to get onto. And this is the story I'm going to tell you now. How I actually ended up dropping out, kind of accidentally. Because this just continued on and on. Like, I'd wake up early, start working on my business on YouTube, epic, feeling good, 100%. And then we start going to school. It's time to get to school, get ready. Oh, it's fucking, I'm feeling a load worse now because I've got to go to school. And it's not like I'm feeling like, it's not like I have to do this hard thing, and so I'm just gonna deal with it. Because, for example, like getting in the ice bath, it's like, that's hard, okay. But it's like, I don't feel bad doing it because I know it's a good thing for me. And so I'm like, kind of like proud and happy doing it. You know what I mean? Like a hard workout, it feels bad, okay. If it doesn't feel bad, it feels hard, okay. It's nothing like that. Going to school, it was hard because like I didn't want to go there. But it also made me feel bad, like bad from like within myself, if that makes sense. It made me feel bad about my work for some reason, like I wasn't doing good enough or whatever. Like I hadn't got enough done in the morning. And so I was at 100, and slowly I started going down, and then the commute to school is like, because I was obviously like always so late, I try and ride to school faster. And obviously being on a bike during like commute hour, like rush hour, that is pretty dangerous. And like I said, like there was a few times I almost got hit, and one time I actually did getting hit. And so genuinely, I kind of like in the morning, like before I got my bike, I'd be like fucking scared to like ride my bike, because I was feeling like, what if like I just get hit by some like dickhead or something like that, and then like I just die like right here. And so I was just like, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait until like I finished that like year of school, so that like I basically wouldn't be commuting by bike anymore. Because it's not actually that dangerous commuting by bike, but like, because if you do it every single day, it sort of adds up. And like over my whole time in school, I worked out the statistics of this, because basically for like my English exam, like GCSE, you had to do a speech. And so I got statistics, and I did a lot of research, and I actually quite enjoyed doing that, ironically, for school. Doing research into like the statistics of commuting by bike. And I worked out, okay, that over my entire period of like going to school from like year 7 to year 11, like the amount I was riding my bike, I think it was something like a 95% chance that I'll get hit twice. on my bike, and it was something like a 2% chance that I'd get hit and get like seriously injured, and it was like a 0.5% chance. I remember this exactly. It was like 0.5 something percent chance I worked out that I'd get hit and die, which is like, when you think about it, a 1 in 200 kind of thing, which is fucking mad. And actually, I ended up getting hit twice, and I didn't get hit to the point where I was ever seriously injured. I remember I got hit when I was like in year 7 or something like that on my bike, and all my arms were just sort of cut up because I sort of fell down like that, and all my arms and blazer and everything was cut up. And then the second time was like really near the end of year 11, and it was literally just like a car coming into the fucking wrong lane and shit, and then as I was sort of crossing a road, it just fucking rammed everyone. It stopped and then rammed into me anyway. But to the point, man, I just hated it, and I just hated it so much. And it, like, my parents knew I hated school too. It's like my mum and my dad, like, they know about my YouTube. They know how locked in I am. I've got fucking psychopath papers on my wall, okay, writing my goals and shit like on papers on my wall, sticking it on my wall, okay. Because I'm just like that fucking psychopathic about doing my shit. And so they like obviously know about my YouTube, like my dad watches all my YouTube videos, he's watching this, hello father. And so it's like they knew how much I really hated school, especially when I like brought up the courage to actually tell them. Like, I remember just telling my dad this one day, it's like, I don't talk to anybody in school. I remember I got a little bit emotional telling him, like, I don't talk to anybody in school. I fucking hate school. I love my YouTube. I hate school. And I told him, like, I don't want to go to sixth form or college or anything like that. I want to like drop out. I want to be doing my own thing and to go all in on my YouTube and my business. And I remember for a while he was sort of kind of on and off. I remember one day he kind of, essentially he got a sort of bit emotional with it too, and said like, yeah, he doesn't want to stop me from following my dreams and everything. And then like the next day after that, he said like, no, I am going to sixth form. And so for a bit, it was kind of like in limbo. But at that point, I was like dead set sure. It's like, I'm not going there. I'm not going to sixth form or anything like that. If they try and make me sign up, I'm literally just like not doing the fucking sign up thing. I'm just not going. I literally had this whole plan in my mind where it was like, because like basically like when the day like you get your like GCSE like final school exam results, on that day you're then like straight after that you're supposed to like go to like the place that you want to go to school in pretty much and like show them your results. Well, that's what I had to do. And I had this whole plan. It was like, yeah, like I'll be on my bike, and so I'll be riding my bike. I literally just like won't go. I'll literally just like ride into the woods and hide it. I'll turn the tracker on my phone off that they got, and then I'll just like hide in the woods and I'll just stay there for the day, you know, or I'll go out into the countryside and the fields and I'll just hide out there for the day and like basically fuck it up so that I couldn't go to sixth form or anything. I hated it that much that I had this whole plan coming up, and I was just like dead set sure I'm not going to sixth form. I'm not going to college or anything like that. Sixth form is like the last 2 years of school, like year 12 and 13. But it was a few times I just like said to them with like genuine emotion, like I don't want to do that. I just hate it. I hate the school environment. I just hate this shit, man. And it's like, I think they started to realize, and I think that's especially when my dad sort of started to turn and realize that actually maybe, yeah, he should let me do what I want to. And like my parents have always been supportive. I remember when my dad like first found my YouTube and everything, it's like he didn't like, he basically told me to make some improvements, make some changes, but overall he was fine with me doing YouTube. He realized that I'd like doing it. He obviously knew before I did like YouTube on Fortnite and everything like that, and I really loved doing that. And so he was happy to let me carry on doing that. My parents, I'm very, very grateful for my parents and my dad. They're very, very supportive in what I'm doing. And I'm not just saying that like my dad's watching, I'm saying that like genuinely, like I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for my parents. And so I started talking just about like shit more with my dad. I started talking about my YouTube more with my dad, about my business more, like updating on how many sales I'm getting and like how YouTube's going and how my leads are looking and all this shit and my plans for the future with it and everything. And I just like started being more honest and open with him about it and everything. And that, I think, combined with like me telling him like I really love YouTube and I hate school so much, I think I've really, really started to convince him. And so it's coming up to like just before my exam period, okay? And so actually, like, I'll tell you about this in a second, something amazing will happen, okay? And this is like June, sort of July, my exam period where I'm doing all my exams. And like, I kind of realized this, like, in many, many countries, like you don't actually have that many hours of exams. I think we had like 58 hours of exams or some bullshit like that over like 2 weeks, or was it 2 or 3 weeks? Or even a month? I think it might have been an entire month. We had like 50 hours of it, like, I think it was about 58 hours, I don't know right, I remember that number, of exams. Okay, that's sitting in the exam hall. That's not including the time it takes you to like get there, to stand outside. That always took so fucking long, okay? And so it's like these big exams for like all the school years, for like the past 11 years. Okay, these exams are coming up. And of course, I am not studying whatsoever. I'm not getting to school on time whatsoever at this point or anything. My parents, I think my dad just sort of saw like, yeah, he hates school so much. Let's just let him do the exams, do the best he can can on the exams and not try and push for any more than that, okay? But then I was supposed to be going to like this other school for like the last 2 years of my school and like go to basically another sixth form, which is like really close to my house nearby. And I was supposed to basically like pretty much like transfer there, if that makes sense, the last 2 years. And I put like, my parents have pretty much forced me to put my application in like a couple of months prior, because you got to like put an application in, and then on the day you've got to like go there, and that's what I was saying about the whole plan of like hiding in the woods and shit. And on the day, like when you get your results, you're supposed to go there. But the thing was like, they said after I put my application in a few months ago that I'd get like an update email in a few weeks, and that had been a few months. And so I was like, oh, okay, maybe my application hasn't gone through. And it was way too late also to put the application. I put the application in before on like the very last day or on the very last week or something. And so it was way past like the point where I could put the application in to go to this sixth form. And so I just emailed them and say like, hey, I just want to confirm that like you've got my application, because it's been a few months, I didn't get a confirmation email. Did I put my email in wrong or something like that? And they were like, nope, we've got no records. We've got no record of a Samuel Walford whatsoever. And at that point I was kind of like, oh shit. Oh shit as in like, oh shit, my parents are going to be annoyed at me. But also, oh shit, because like, this could mean that I end up dropping out. Because at that point, like the only place I could possibly go was just like stay at the same school like I was at, which I already hated, okay, or like go to some like shitty college or whatever. Like, you know, the colleges are basically let anyone in, because obviously like our college and shit in the UK, it's just like the last 2 years of high school in the US, and so of course it's still free. It's like the shitty college that just lets absolutely everybody in. Like all the kids who like failed all their GCSEs and everything like that, lets them in. And for context, I'm a student. Like I naturally just get like really high grades for some reason. Like I'm just naturally better at school, even though I don't study. It's like in my GCSEs, I got my results like a few weeks ago. I did better than like most people by far, even though I didn't study or get to school or whatever, just because I'm naturally better at school. And so pretty much it was either stay at the school I hated, okay, or go to some other shitty college which I'll probably end up hating anyway. And when I basically told my parents like they don't have my application, they fucked it up. And they also knew that I'd put it in, like I proved it to them that I'd put my application in, but they managed to basically fuck up my application and shit. It was too late for me to get in there. Or if I did get into other like sixth form I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to do like the things I wanted to do. It's like I wanted to do French, because like that's the only subject I really enjoy doing, and I wanted to do photography and I can't like geography too, but like they didn't let me do it like that because it's like I was late and they didn't fucking like I don't know. And so pretty much it was either two bad options if I stay in the school system. And at this point, my parents really knew that I wanted to drop out. They knew how much I hated school. And so I think at that point, it was just kind of like, I stopped bringing it up whatsoever. Like, I just carried on delaying it. Like, I didn't bring it up if I was dropping out or not. To the point where it was like, I was literally like doing my exams and we still didn't know like where I was going to go after. And it was like, I was doing the exams, we got like exam leave, and so I was only going into school for exams. It was like the summer holidays were like finally coming, because in the UK, like when you finish your final year of school, year 11, you finish it like a few months early than like all the other years below you. So like you would get this like really long, like doubly long summer holiday. And we got exam leave, so I was only in school for the exams, and it finally felt like, I finally started feeling that freedom, you know, like having less school. I was looking forward to these summer holidays, and I just kept delaying talking about dropping out. I kept delaying like talking about where I'm going, until it was pretty much at the point where it's like, there was only like, I don't know, a couple more weeks of exams left. And like, I think at that point, I just knew like, I'm dropping out. Like, even if my parents try and force me to go somewhere, like I'm just not going. I'm just gonna put up a fight with that, because I hated school so much. And so I think eventually I brought it up, and I remember my dad just said like, yeah, okay, I'll let you drop out. I don't want to stop you from following your dreams. I remember I was actually quite surprised, because I could tell he got a little bit emotional with it. He was like, I remember him saying like, he doesn't want to stop me from like doing what I love. He doesn't want to force me to go somewhere I hate and stop me from doing what I love. And so we kind of came to an agreement that I was going to be like pretty much homeschooled, but like obviously not homeschooled by my parents. It was like, I was going to do like self-learning and shit. England, okay, and it's just specifically, not the UK, just England specifically, has like really loose, like really good homeschooling laws. I'm so grateful to be in England, man, because of that. But we agreed, it's like, I was gonna do like French A-levels. Like, A-levels is like the last 2 years of school, like the sort of exams you do there. It's like, I was gonna carry on learning my French, like outside of school, car j'ai toujours parlé avec les gens qui j'ai rencontrés en ligne. Alors j'ai pratiqué mon français tous les jours. Mon français, c'est le pire. Je ne peux parler assez bien et je ne peux écouter assez bien. Mais aussi ma prononciation, c'est le pire. Mais je peux parler français un peu. And so I was going to continue like doing my French obviously, and it was like I was going to continue doing my filmmaking and doing my photography and all that shit, and I was going to do like exams with that for the next 2 years. And that's sort of where I'm at right now still. I ended up finishing my exams and dropping out completely, okay? And now I'm fucking dropped out and it's sick. I remember like riding home from school on that like last exam. It was July the 16th, my last physics exam. It was fully done. And I left school, I rode out of school for the last time. And I just said goodbye to the place for the last time. And it's pretty sick just saying goodbye, just being there. And then I went home and it was just kind of really sick. I got back to work and it's just so sick. And waking up the next day, I had the maddest vision ever. And it was just so sick. Having that freedom, it just felt like the world was my oyster, if that makes sense. It just kind of felt like I was free in the world. Like the world was almost like a video game. I could do whatever the fuck I wanted in it now. And that's how I feel towards life a lot of the time. It's like the world is just a fucking big video game and you can do whatever the fuck you want in it. That's sort of my perspective of it now that I'm free. And ever since then, July 16th, it's now September 12th. Life has been fucking amazing. I've been fully fucking locked in, working on my business, getting shit going, moving with speed. It's been fucking epic, man. Like, I love my work as well. I love what I do. Pretty much I help guys like my younger self who actually also hate school, who want to drop out, who want to travel, who want to make money online. I help guys like them, probably like you too, to help you to make money online by monetizing your passion with coaching. And so maybe you're doing good in the gym, or maybe you've got improved your social skills, maybe you've gotten self-improvement. Basically, over the past few years or past year or past months or whatever, if you've done an improvement in your life, if you solved some sort of problem in your life, you can help guys like your younger self to solve that same problem and essentially be like an older big brother for them. Like you're their coach, they're like coach, and then they pay you for that. I help guys exactly like you to do that, and that's my entire business. And I fucking love doing this because, man, I'm just helping guys just like me, like my younger self, who do the same shit I've done. And it's just so epic making money like this too. And then furthermore, obviously I'm dropped out now, it's fucking epic. Went traveling around Europe this summer, been fucking sick. Greece, Albania and Portugal. And met up with all my friends, online friends, and Vincent in Portugal. Vincent's like my best friend, known him online for like 2 years. Fucking epic meeting up with him in real life. And I can't give details on it until the documentary releases in November, but pretty much big, national, very, very well known for making news and shit in the UK. I can't say their name, but they're basically doing a documentary. And I'm part of that. I'm a pretty big part of that documentary. But no, man, I wake up at 9 AM, like after everyone else has left the house. So I wake up alone in the house, can fully get into like flow state and everything, get in the ice bath. It's fucking hard every single morning, getting in the ice bath, or it's a cold plunge. Then I get out of that and I'm always fucking freezing. I do like a 2-minute breath hold, always fucking freezing, getting out of that. Like shivering so hard because I stay in there for like 10 minutes and so your body just gets genuinely like cold, like deep cold. Not like cold like you've gone outside, it feels cold. Cold like I go in the shower, like the hot shower for like 20 minutes, okay, to the point where it's close to burning me. It's like the hottest I can endure. Just standing there for 20 minutes, okay, do squats, do like star jumps and burpees and shit. And even after that, I'm not fully warmed up, and that really gets me to like flow state and everything. A cold plunge, cold exposure, done good, fucked on a coffee. I just get into working on the shit I love doing, man, and it's just fucking epic. Making money doing this, helping guys, it's fucking epic, man. I love my life doing this shit now. And it's like Vincent, he's coming to stay with us for the entirety of October. That's in like 23 or 22 days. And for this like next 23 days or so, I'm just fully locked in, doing the same shit every day, working, just full work, like what I'm doing now, recording it. It's fucking epic doing this, man. Like working and actually like working on shit you enjoy doing. It's just, life is just so good like this. It's just fucking epic, man. Like I'm planning for this big launch. It's going to be in October and everything. I'm going to do a big launch here. That's going to get my business income coming in a lot better. Basically just securing that income really good. So that I'm pretty much solid to go and just live life in a fucking epic way. It's like Vincent's coming here for October. It's going to be fucking sick locking in with him, doing loads of shit. It's like we're going to go to Wales. We're going to go fucking rock climbing, run, like just having that fucking friend in real life, you know, living with him too. It's going to be fucking epic. It was fucking epic in Lisbon as well. Like, I wasn't even staying with them because pretty much like Vincent and like the rest of what we call Adonis House, like other guys, like all of us, like sort of in online business and stuff, staying together. They were all like, I mean, Vincent's 17, but the rest of them were like all over 18 and everything. So like they're staying together in one like house in Lisbon or in one apartment in Lisbon. And it's like I could only like go for a week because like I wasn't really, my parents wouldn't let me live with them or anything. Because obviously I'm 16. And so I just went with my dad and my sister to Lisbon for a week and we stayed nearby. And so I was just going over to theirs every day, spending all the day with them. And even though I wasn't like living with them, I wasn't like locking in, grinding, working with them because I was only there for a week. So I didn't actually do any work while we were there. We were just fucking experiencing Lisbon, having good experiences and shit. But man, it's gonna be so fucking epic with Vincent in October. That's gonna be absolutely sick. And then after that, we might do another like Adonis House and invite some more guys in the UK for November. I don't know. And then again, December, I'm planning on being fully locked in, like editing all the content I've recorded and everything. Because the shit, I mean, I've got so much fucking shit I want to make into films, into vlogs and everything like that. I've got a whole vision a vision for what I'm doing in my life, a vision for what my channel's gonna be. I've got a vision for all of this shit. I know what I'm doing, and I have this vision of this beautiful life. I call it le rêve. That translates from the dream in, that means basically the dream in French. That's just sort of the term I use for my vision, and it always is like my future. I just see it so clearly. Le rêve, le rêve, le rêve. I fucking love it, man. It's like this vision. I'm always fucking journaling about it. Like I just see these visions, you know, of my future, of what I want to do, traveling, dropped out, living a fucking sick life, going wherever the fuck I want in the world, and just making money online, doing shit I actually enjoy, changing lives, helping you with the same shit. Like this video isn't like gonna be like a fucking hour long for no reason. I'm not making this video an hour long because of AdSense. I'm not monetizing YouTube. I'm making this video an hour long because I fucking love helping you. I love doing this work, you know. I'm making money online, doing what I love, traveling, meeting people, just getting experiences, you know. It's just, it's such a fucking beautiful dream I have. I see this dream of what I want in my life, and I'm grabbing this dream by the fucking throat, and I'm bringing it to me, and I'm not letting anything, and especially not my own parents, okay, get in the way of that, because I have a dream, and I am not letting anyone or anything, especially not my own parents, get in the way of that. And saying it like that makes it sound like they're just kind of trying to completely ruin my life. Obviously, that's complete opposite of what it's been. But this vision, this dream that you probably have too, to be making money online, doing something you actually enjoy, actually helping people, okay, to be dropped out free from the system, not working some bullshit job, not going to some bullshit college or university or some shit like that, okay, to be traveling the world, getting experiences, meeting people, like spending time, like actually like being with guys you actually enjoy, like having friends you enjoy, okay, you actually enjoy being around, not like having friends because like they're local to you because you met them in school, having friends that you met online because like you actually have shit in common with them. Pure freedom. Freedom not only in your location, but also freedom in your mind, where you had this mission of what you're locked in on, of making this money online, of changing these lives, of building this empire. It's just a fucking epic vision, you know. And if you had this vision like me too, you had this dream like me too, you should not let anything, especially not your own parents, get in the way of that. Because I'm just so passionate for my life. You can tell I just fucking love doing this. Like, it's so hard recording these videos. I've been recording for like 2.5 hours already. This is only the second video I'm making, but I'm making this shit, okay, because I enjoy making, like, I mean, it's hard, okay, my throat's sore, I've been on like 3 coffees, I'm all fucking shaky and shit. It's like, when I get up, I don't have balance, I have to hold on to shit because I'm so like dizzy and shit, because like, this is so like mentally tough to record, if that makes sense, and my throat is getting really sore. I've got my coffee here, 3rd coffee, by the way, just finishing it now. And it's like, this is hard work, but I'm doing it because I have this mission to help you with this shit, okay? I had this mission to basically help you change your life too, and obviously then that changes my life, and I'm so passionate for this mission, so locked in on it, and I'm not letting anything, school, parents, hard work, bullshit, I don't know, anything like that, it is not getting in the way of me, because I have this vision of what I want to do in the future. I want to fucking reform the education system, because it hurts me, honestly, how so many young kids, how so many guys just like my younger self, how so many girls just like my young, okay, maybe not girls like my younger self, but you get what I mean, young kids who have dreams, okay, of what they want to do. They have dreams, but they're just forcing themselves to be a fucking obedient worker and go to school and all this bullshit, you know. I mean, okay, maybe in the US or wherever the education system might be better. In the UK, it is not. And I had this dream. It pains me so much to think of how many kids go through the same shit I went through, who just hate school, you know. And so I want to reform the education system, and that is my greater dream, and I tell you, I'm going to achieve that shit. They're going to be looking back on this thing, oh shit, he knew, okay, they're going to be looking back on this. I've got to be fucking quiet, so sorry, I'm at my garden. My neighbours are probably listening to me. They're going to be looking back on this, be like, okay, shit, he knew that he was going to do this. I'm arrogant, not in where I am right now. I'm not arrogant with where I'm at right now. I know I've got flaws, I know I've got problems, I haven't reformed the education system, yeah. I'm arrogant in my future, I'm arrogant in what I'm going to do. And I tell you, I'm going to do this shit because I have this dream and I'm going to pull it off. I know that I am righteous for this shit, and this sounds arrogant as fuck, I know. Okay, but does it, this basically tells you who you are. Does this, me speaking like this, inspire you, or does it scare you and make you feel like you're not doing enough shit in your life? Because if it scares you, then maybe you should be more arrogant in your own life. But I know I'm going to do this. I know that I'm going to reform the education system. I had this fucking dream and I'm going to pull it off. And so, because I know so surely, okay, honestly, by the way, side thing, I think this is a thing with a lot of successful people, why they are successful, because they know they are going to be successful, have that like righteousness inside of them, they have that arrogance inside of them, where they know they are going to be successful, okay, and they see it happening, they know it'll happen. I believe, at least for me, that's why I'm successful, and that's why I'm different. I've had this weird thing inside of me, pushing me along since I was a little kid, telling me that I am going to be special, telling me that I am going to be successful. I remember walking home from school, like when I'm like in like year 5 or year 4 or something in school, when I'm literally like 8, 9 years old, thinking like, I don't know how, but I'm going to be special, I'm going to be different, I'm going to do shit with my life. And I think that is why I'm successful, and that happens in a lot of other successful people. I know this is arrogant as fuck, but it's just the harsh truth, okay? If this scares you, then that just tells you what sort of person you are. If this inspires you, then fair enough, bro. But the point I'm getting to is because I've got such a strong dream, I am not letting anything, not my parents, not nothing, get in the way of that dream, and you should be the same, okay? This is why I'm successful, okay? Because I prioritize my dream, I align everything to this dream because I know I am going to succeed. And so you just have to accept, okay, that your parents, they do love you, they fully love you, but it's just a simple fact that they do not know what is best for you. I didn't let my parents stand in the way because despite the fact that my parents really do love me, and it's the same for you, your parents really, really do love you too, they don't know what is best for you, and you just have to accept that, okay? Because they were brought up in a different world. They were brought up in the world where actually going to university and getting a career was the best way to get successful. They were brought up in the era of all the tech giants, of Steve Jobs, of everyone like that, okay? Like going to like university and getting degrees in computer science and then building the next big Apple and the next big companies and Microsoft and all that shit. That's how they saw success, because people of their generation, that's how they became successful. But it's not the same now. The young successful entrepreneurs now, okay, aren't going to university and shit like that. Like Elon Musk, for example, like he might have, I don't know if he went to some special college or some shit like that, but I know he was a type where it's just like no sleep, all caffeine, work on my dream. And he was the first. And look at him now, look at Elon Musk now, okay? And now the young people that are getting successful now, I mean, there's athletes, footballers like Lamine Yamal, he's fucking mad, man. Okay. And then there's also the online business kind of guys, like there's 16-year-olds making like $1 million a month, like genuinely. You might not see it for where you're at, okay, because I'm deep in this space, I see it happening. They're not very public about it. But trust me saying this, there are 16-year-olds making $1 million plus per month with businesses that they've built up from the ground themselves. It's crazy. It's like there's some 21-year-old who did a startup or some shit recently, and it's like within like I don't know how long, like a few years or something like that. He was like a startup for like military, like defense gear and shit like that, like military, like big, I don't know what it is, like tanks or shit like that, I don't know. But he's really young. Started a business fucking making tanks, and now he's got the like deal with the US government to make their tanks. So I don't know if it's tanks or RPGs, sort of what, okay. But he's done that at 21, okay, and that's, I doubt he's gone to some normal career and he's still, because he's 21, he hasn't been in education for that long, has he? The new generation of people getting successful are leaving the traditional education system, okay, and are taking their own path, their own dreams. But your parents don't see that because they were brought up with what's different, and it's so hard to leave what you were brought up with. Because I mean, if the normal path of going to university, getting a job and everything was the best path to success now, why does the whole make money online scene exist? Well, you could say, okay, the whole make money online scene exists just to sell dreams where the gurus can make money. Sure. It wouldn't be anywhere near as big as it genuinely is, though, if it wasn't like a real thing, people actually making money, okay? The new way to get successful is this make money online space. It is online business. It is following your own path. Not necessarily online business. It could be on filmmaking or other random shit like that, but following your own dreams, not going down the traditional path, is how you get away from everyone. Because obviously, if you want to be better from everyone else, then why are you doing the same shit as them, going to university and shit? Your parents do genuinely love you. They just simply aren't as enlightened to this as you are. They're simply just wrong and you're simply just right. Now, here's the thing though. They're probably right on quite a few decent things. They've lived life, they're older than you, they got more experience in life. They probably are right on some things, especially things like aligned with timeless knowledge and whatnot. But the thing is, like, you can't tell the difference between the things that are right and the things that are wrong that they're saying, if that makes sense. You can't tell the difference between that. The only way you can tell the difference between that shit is to use your own intuition, and you should always trust your own intuition first, okay? And so what you need to do, you need to take what your parents say into an account, okay, what they tell you to do and everything. Take that into account and then go and make your own independent decision from that. Because if you just listen to absolutely everything they say, you're gonna end up being like them. And do you want to be exactly like your parents? Do you want to be working the same sort of job as them, maybe a little bit better, okay? Do you really want to be doing that, or do you have a different dream? Do you want to do shit differently? Because if you want to do shit differently, and you want to travel and drop out and be this digital nomad shit, you shouldn't listen to what they're saying. You should go down your own path, just like I have done. So, take what they say into account, and then make your own independent decision anyway. And so, you need to follow your dreams. not theirs. You need to believe in yourself and your dreams, whether that be making money online and traveling and living life freely like that, being a digital nomad, or whether it being an athlete or a musician or a singer or whatever the fuck you want to do. Maybe you do want to be an engineer, or maybe you do want to have some weird career which like job which is a career. Like there was one guy, mate, he's from Russia, and he's gone, like he was trying to make money online and shit like that. He wasn't really enjoying it, and so he just went, he did like some IT course, like really fucking love like coding, and he's like, I spoke to him the other day, he's really fucking happy coding now. It's like that's a career for him, but he's really fucking happy coding. I don't know what his parents wanted him to be doing. I'm assuming they'd be happy because he's going to university, okay? But don't let your parents force you to do what you don't want to do. You need to follow your dreams and do what you want to do. Now, you might be thinking, well, actually, I do want to study though. I do like quite enjoy studying. I do actually like really like studying, so I'm going to study. But do you though? Or have your parents just made you think you want to study? Because maybe you'd be like, okay, but I really enjoy like waking up early, locking in on studying, and like really studying for this like big exam we got. I really actually enjoy doing it. I enjoy locking in, but do you really though? Or is that just the desires of your parents being impressed upon you? Is that the desires of your culture, of your local people, of the other people at school, okay, imposing those desires on you? I remember when I was doing my GCSEs, it's like everyone was like really like sort of hyped up for the GCSEs. It's like, yeah, we're going to do our exams, we're going to lock in on studying and everything. And to be fair, they didn't. It was like our school was like one of the best in the country for like expected to what we actually got. And I could see that in like the kids in our school year. They were actually pretty like happy locking in on studying. Okay, I saw that was kind of like the energy a lot of them had. And that is fair enough. So it's just started raining, so I had to move the camera under the canopy with me. But those kids in school, I'm sure they would be much happier if they were actually like doing what they genuinely wanted to do. Maybe some of them would have been singers or musicians or shit like that. Maybe some of them would have been filmmakers, and it's not just art. Maybe some of them would have wanted to do some random fucking like biology shit, like looking into how to cure cancer, you know. Maybe some of them wanted to do that. Maybe some of them, I don't know, that they wanted to do what I'm doing, online business and shit like that. I definitely know I was helping a few of them sort of in secret without telling anyone else, because like obviously, oh Sam, you're talking to Sam, what you doing? Like I was sort of socially outcast in that way in school. And the point I'm getting at is, do you really want to actually be studying, or do you have greater, bigger dreams? Do you want to do other shit? Okay, because I can guarantee you, most likely you don't want to be studying for some random chemistry bullshit. Most likely you don't want to be doing all these fucking exams and shit like that. Most likely you do have a dream, especially if you got to this point in this video. You have a dream, okay? And so do not let your parents like put in their desires of them making you think you want to study. Do not let that get you. Imagine that you didn't have the problem of money whatsoever. Imagine you're like a billionaire, okay? You've got unlimited money. Obviously, like, at that point, you probably go buy a few Lamborghinis, experience life alone, go travel a bit. But after you get over that indulgence, like, what would you do with your life? Like, what actually do you want to spend your time doing? Because obviously you can't spend your entire life fucking driving Lambos and partying and shit like that. Like, after you get over the indulgence, like, what actually do you want to do? What impact on the world would you want to have with your life, with your work, with your, ability to literally, like, fucking do something in the world? Like, you don't get this. Like, just being a fucking man, like, being a male, is a fucking gift. It's a fucking crazy advantage we have in the world, like, being male. Just being able to, like, do something, like having a vision, like wanting to do something and then just going and fucking doing it, not caring for the pain, not caring for anything, and just going and fucking doing that. Like, that is a gift, and you can give that gift, you can reciprocate that gift back to the world by having an impact on the world. And so what would you do with your life? What would you use your ability as a man to do with the world? Well, how do you want to impact the world? For me, I want to change lives with this, reform the education system, you know? What will you do? You need to go and do that. That vision you have, you need to go all in on that. Don't let any false desires or any bullshit like that get in the way. You need to follow your own vision. If you do actually want to do coaching, you do want to help other guys by monetizing your passion, you do want to help them with shit that you've now solved in your own life by basically helping guys like your younger self to solve shit that you've already solved in your own life, and you want to get into coaching in that way, and you want to start making money with that, well, I can help you a lot with that. And actually, I can help you for completely free. I'm not pitching you or anything like this. I'm offering you, it's not even offering, I'm basically going to tell you to go get the $1,000 protocol. It's my entire course teaching you how to make money and everything, and it is completely free. It teaches you how to start coaching, how to be a good coach, basically where to get leads, where to get traffic, how to close, all this shit, okay, and actually changing lives at the same time. You can get the $1,000 protocol for completely free There's a link to that in the description. But overall, mostly you just need to do what you genuinely want to do. And obviously, okay, circumstance like where you are in your life can genuinely limit that. Like, if you're some young broke kid in India, for example, you aren't gonna be able to go and fucking travel the world that easily. Like, you can start making money online and shit, and that's a good possible way to do that. But like, obviously some people have more opportunities in life than others, and so you really just need to push it as far as you can. Like in my story, I couldn't just easily say to my parents, okay, I'm dropping out, because then my dad would have taken my computer away and all this shit, and it wouldn't have worked. But what I did over time, I just pushed it, I pushed it, I pushed it. I was relentless. I didn't let it go, okay. I just carried on pushing for it. I got to school late, I didn't study, okay. I just did what I want to do. I just carried on pushing it and did the best I could for my own circumstances. And I pushed the laws my parents put on me just slowly and slowly until eventually I got rid of them. Slowly but surely, I pushed my circumstances until I succeeded, and you need to do something similar. And so maybe your parents are forcing you to study and you don't really want to do that. Maybe you have to go do some bullshit college or whatever the fuck like that. Okay, deal with that. Go do that if you really have to, okay? But at the same time, put as little effort into that as possible, and then go and focus on following your own dreams, doing what you want to do, okay? You need to push the boundaries of your circumstance. Don't just see your circumstance, oh, I can't drop out like you did, Sam. I'm done for. Don't be like that, man. Don't be like that. Have some hope for yourself, okay? And push your circumstances. Do the best that you can. Lock in on your business, okay? If your parents are indeed the type where you can be honest and open with them, and you can say like, Mum, Dad, I want to do this. I don't really enjoy school that much. I'm going to do this as well, just as like another separate backup thing. Tell them that. Tell them that, and then just slowly, like I did, push their boundaries with that, okay? If your parents are like the African or like Asian stereotype, then maybe you should try something different, where you literally don't tell them anything about it whatsoever. You keep it hidden, you lie about it, you hide and lie, and you do as little as possible for college and university and all that shit, and you do as much as possible for your business while still hiding it. Don't let your parents be the reason that you don't change the world. You need to push these circumstances as far as you possibly can. And the last point I want to get to is that it will be like so like genuinely so beautiful, like you can't even fathom how beautiful it's gonna be for you when you do go all in on following your dreams. It's so strange, okay, but I now get excited to wake up when I'm going to sleep. Like when I go to bed, I usually go to bed around about midnight, like just before midnight, okay, because I go to bed at midnight, wake up at 9 a.m. 9 a.m, wake up, ice bath, work, like I've said. And when I'm going to bed, it's like I'm getting my bed, because I sleep on the floor. It's kind of weird, I sleep on the floor, but I'm getting my bedding out to sleep on the floor and everything. And I'll just start getting excited to wake up in the morning, and I'll be lying on the ground thinking, okay, what working I'm going to do tomorrow morning. And last night, I was getting excited to record this. I've been recording for like 3 fucking hours, 3.5 hours, man. This video is long as fuck, okay? It's hard work, genuinely. I've changed the battery 3 times for this video, okay? I'm literally fucking portering up and down the stairs, bringing my batteries up. They're not big, they're literally these little things here. But putting them on charge upstairs, and then coming down and switching them out, because I've only got 4. Okay, so I'll keep going up and down, switching the batteries. The mic batteries are probably, no, they're not saying they're low, but they're gonna die out soon. I'm really fucking mentally tired. I've been working so long today. I've only recorded 2 videos. I'm trying to get out like lots more uploads now, so it's hard fucking work, but I love it. I love it because I'm following my dreams and I'm excited. And because I love my work, I'm just excited to do this constantly. Working on this dream of traveling more, of making more money, having more freedom, doing this shit. Like, I want to buy a fucking FX3, a Sony FX3. It's like a $3 camera or some shit like that. And I'll have to spend like another $1.5 grand, $2 grand on lenses for it maybe as well. And so let's just say like 5k for this like FX3, like decked out and everything. I really fucking want that camera, you know, and that's the sort of thing I'm working up towards. I mean, primarily I'm going to spend like money on making everything. I spend money on on traveling and shit like that. In November, I might be again, like I said, doing like an Adonis house with Vincent, and for that I'd have to pay like rent and shit if we rent out an Airbnb. But I'm working in the stream of making more money, getting more freedom, traveling more and all this shit. I'm dropped out. My life is so fucking epic, grinding on this, man. It's hard. I'm so like mentally fatigued from recording so much. I've had 3 coffees today. It's fucking mad how much like intense work is right now, but I love doing this shit. I really do love doing this shit. Working on this dream of traveling more, helping you to do the same. It's just so fucking powerful, man. I love it so much because it is my dream and I'm following it. It's fucking crazy to think like right now, like in this genuine moment right now, if I hadn't have done this, I'd be in some random school. I'd either be back in like my school in sixth form, or I'd be in some like random college or some shit like that, or the other one I was gonna go to, like I said. And if I did that, man, my life would be fucking shit right now. It would be. It's crazy to think. The whole documentary I'm doing, that wouldn't be happening. I probably wouldn't have gone to Lisbon and shit this summer. I definitely wouldn't be as locked in as I am right now. And I'd be really hating having to go to school and all that shit. Right now, I'd probably be studying some random topic like science or some shit that I didn't want to do because I couldn't get into French and shit. Yeah, and all this business shit, I'd still be doing it, but it'd be dying out a little bit. Definitely wouldn't be where it is right now. I'm so fucking happy I dropped out, man. Because I follow my dreams and it's beautiful and it will be the same for you. Work isn't easy now, it's just enjoyable and I am better at it. It's not easy to be locked in, it's just enjoyable and I'm better at it now. Life is good when you're on your shit and life is good when you're following your dreams and life is beautiful when you're following your dreams, man. It's like, man, it's not even that, oh no, I've gone dizzy. Oh shit, I don't know why I did that. I'm so dizzy just I've got like vertigo sitting here anyway, I don't know why I did that, man. Oh, why did I go upside down? But it's just like seeing the sky, seeing the beautiful light, the sun, the thunderstorm that just came through, you know? It's just, it's beautiful. It is so beautiful. Just like my mental health is so good now. I see the beauty in this shit. Like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, you camera. Like, I'm talking to the camera now. The camera is sitting there in the sunlight. It's beautiful, man. And it's only in the Canon EOS M5. That FX3 is gonna be fucking sexy as fuck, man. I can't wait to get that FX3 when I make that money and shit. Going to Lofoten in Norway, FX3. Already know like the music and shit I'm planning out for when I do that. I've got that vision in my mind, I've got that dream in my mind, it's fucking beautiful and I'm gonna make it happen, man. I love doing this shit, bro. I fucking love doing this shit. If you got this far in the video, then you probably are a big Sam Walford fan. And so I just want to give you some hints, context to what's coming in the future, because like, I guess this is the only place I can say it. An hour more into a video, I don't know how long this is. But pretty much, obviously you know what happened this summer in Lisbon and all that shit, fucking epic, doing this documentary. And then pretty much for September now, I'm really locked in. I'm going to be doing a big launch in October, which is going to make business move a lot better. I can't tell you much about that right now, sorry. And then, like I said, after October, Vincent's coming here. And pretty much what I'm doing with YouTube now, like up until October, I'm just looking in on these fucking videos, making these long guides, helping you as much as possible, really. And sort of getting more traffic into my school and everything for this big launch I'm doing and everything. I'm so excited to launch. Pretty much, I'm launching something that's gonna fucking be mad. Like $1,000 protocol already. Again, link in the description for that if you haven't already. That's already fucking helping guys so much, getting them the first. There's a guy who got his first sale for like $1,000, like within 6 days of following it. It's fucking mad. So many other guys, like, and it's not just like fucking, like, more intelligent guys or guys who like, have more opportunities or anything. Like, there's guys from like absolutely everywhere. Like the type of guy is like, you see him and it's like, okay, he's never gonna make this. There's guys like that getting their first sales for like $50, $100, which ain't loads, but it's still something. It's like there's guys from, there's plenty of guys from India. Like there's this whole thing, like, especially in my space as well, everyone sort of jokes about how like plenty of the Indian guys, it's just so much harder for them because like the whole thing about transferring money and everything, and it's like usually it's like English can be their first language, but then they've learned like Indian English, and so it's like it's not really the best on YouTube videos for like a wider audience and shit. And there's guys like that who have all those disadvantages, okay, who are still going to university and shit, getting their first sales for hundreds of dollars, and it's fucking crazy. And that's just a $3,000 protocol, which I said you can get in the description for free right now. I'm going to be relaunching that, and that's going to be even better, but I'm launching something even bigger than that, which, okay, it is, I'll say it's a very, very, very low ticket paid product, okay, but it's going to be so much better, helping these guys so much more. The guys who are already getting their first sales is going to help them so much more, and it could also potentially help you. I'm going to be launching that. I'm going to be doing a big sort of event for that. And then running up to that, doing a load of this sort of long form content and everything like that. And then when Vincent gets here and everything, that's when I'm gonna hopefully have business sorted to somewhat of an amount. I'm gonna make a new channel for these long guys and shit like that. Gonna be really grinding out these guys as well. But at the same time, on my main channel, it's gonna be my mythos, is what I'm calling it. Where I'm putting all my films, all my travels from this summer and everything. Like Greece, Albania, Portugal, Lisbon, all that shit, all into films and vlogs and everything. I've got a massive day in the life series coming, like teenage entrepreneur day, basically day by day, day in the life vlogs. I'm gonna have all that shit coming. Really doing a load of filmmaking, vlogging on this main channel and everything, and I'm excited for that for when Vincent's here and everything. And I'm just doing loads of more cool shit and inspiring as much as I can. Documenting, inspiring and educating is what I'm trying to do. But yeah, that's pretty much the $1,000 protocol. and my school, it's all completely free in the description. The link is just down there right now. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, man. If it's like 2 hours long or some shit, I don't know. But yeah, man, I appreciate you watching this far. How been my watch time? Again, everything's for completely free. The only thing I sell is like my own time and like my own effort and shit, like if we're working one-on-one. And again, there's more details about that if you're looking into like working with me one-on-one in the description if you want to talk with me more, you basically get mentorship from me. But other than that, all my courses, all my information, everything, I just give away all the information for free. $1,000 protocol, my school, everything like that, completely free. We're completely transparent about that. It's in the description. Go click that link right now to go join my school and to go get the $1,000 protocol. Hopefully this video has really helped you. You should not let your parents limit you by any means, man. Seriously, like seriously. Or else you will fucking hate your life. But yeah, man, good talking, and see you on the next video. My voice is completely gone, oh my god.